Well, good morning. Welcome to day 2. So we are gonna make some chocolate chip pancakes, me and Genevieve are, because she requested that. It's Sunday morning, and she watched Dragon Tales this morning.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
Remember that show? Tyler, that was like your show as a kid growing up, Dragon Tales.
It started out with the big comfy couch.
That I also loved.
When I was a kid, the big comfy couch, and then it switched to like that when I got to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm an old grumpy man that drinks black coffee and reads the newspaper on Sunday mornings.
Yep. Anyway, so that is what's happening here. My kids show that I always loved, since we're still talking about childhood, is
Right?
I don't know. Well, that happened organically. Okay, this is not my fault. Little Bear. I loved the show Little Bear so much. You can find episodes of Dragon Tales Little Bear on YouTube, and it's just so like, oh my gosh, I love that show. Anyway, on to the pancake. You guys see that squirrel there? Pinocchio's about to be released. This is his favorite game.
I was giving him a little warning. They give him a tap to let him know.
Give him another tap.
As if Pinocchio would ever be able to catch him.
Well, he's been near a squirrel and doesn't know what to do. He just looks at it.
What are you talking about? He was running away.
This squirrel doesn't know. He's new around these parts.
Are you new here?
He is fattening up for the winter. Look at him. He's cute. Pinocchio's too slow to get anywhere close anyway. All right. We've got these we got at Costco recently. We're gonna try for the pancakes. All right, we're adding in a little bit of vanilla extract and some cinnamon too. Okay, honey. Here, go ahead and stir that. Go ahead and stir that. Yeah, all right, we're just about set up here. Alrighty, we've got some plain pancakes for those that want that, a couple chocolate chip ones. Yum. Okay, the girls just got day 1 out of our little gingerbread house here because it is December 1st. You're seeing this, of course, on December 2nd.
Let's take this off so we know that we already did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, no, we'll put it back in just to keep the house complete. But we'll know we already did 1 because you'll open it and see that it's empty. All right, I'm in a turtleneck and regretting every second of it because it's so cold outside, but of course it's warm inside. So we are about to head to church, and then we might run an errand afterwards, kind of depending on how the kids are doing, you know. Do you still want to do that?
What's that?
Go to maybe IKEA?
Yeah.
We're literally going for one thing, and we're not even sure if we'll find it there, and that's why we're kind of on the fence. So we'll see how the kids are doing, but that is the plan for now. Lest you ever think that our home is like clean because you might see a clean background. This is what we are leaving it like pre-church. And this is pretty par for the course. Always stuff all over the floor. And that's not even to mention, you know. And honestly, this is not bad comparatively, but just in case you ever thought our home was always clean, it is never always clean. You know what I mean?
60% of my day, every day, is spent walking around and cleaning up messes that just seem to keep materializing.
And it's the same rate
and
for
so
me.
Do you. So I don't know how.
Together, 120% of our day
is spent walking around cleaning up. All right.
Yep. It's time.
IKEA. And immediately back out I go because I have the audacity to not bring in the diaper bag. And of course, the second we walk in, they say, I want a snack. I want a snack. So back out I go to the car to get the diaper bag that has the snacks in it. I thought, we'll be in here for a little bit. Be totally fine. No need for it. Boy, howdy was I wrong.
All right, well, we've got the after church snackies. So we ended up going over to the little Swedish food market there. And then went ahead and bought these so we can snack on them while we shop. And by we, I mean them and also us too.
Okay, now we're off. Okay, we're looking at this clock here. We have one in our family room that I've had, since back when I lived with my parents' house. I got it, I think, at Goodwill, and it had a little chip out of it. And so we've had it for at least, longer than we've been married, 15 years, something like that. And so we might replace it with this. I kind of like it, and it looks like a pocket watch, which I think is cool.
Also, that you're describing doesn't work anymore.
What? It doesn't work? Since when?
That's what you just told me. You said, and that one doesn't work, and I said, oh, okay, perfect.
The one in the family room?
Yeah, I put it in a year because
I put a new battery in it. I just told you it was out of battery.
Don't need anyone.
Oh.
I thought you were saying it also didn't work, so I won't look at it because I'm like, well, I don't want to be confused. It doesn't work.
It just like for like a couple weeks the battery's out.
I have wasted a year of my life when I could have been using that clock. That poor clock has been like, I tried to tell you the time, you didn't believe me.
Also, I have this. We actually have two of them. We have one at work and then one at our house. I love this thing. I use it to store all my sheet music, and it sits right by my piano, and it's perfect because it kind of matches the piano perfectly. It's got like the gold accents, the black. I just absolutely love this thing. And it's one of the things that like feels so well made. Anyway, I just love it. But it's got all my sheet music in it. It's got the shelves in it. It's perfect. I really like these hooks that have multiple hooks in one. I don't know, they don't feel super duper well made, but I love the idea of that, of having like two hooks, but then being able to hang a bunch of stuff on it. Everything old is new again. I love these tiny little half stairs. I don't know why, I just do. Cute. They just make me smile. Tiny stairs. Aesthetically, I love the look of this kitchen, but with these like wood countertops, I feel like so quickly they would get messed up whether you put hot stuff on them or, I don't know, things would like burn and steam, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem very practical.
If you spill tomato sauce, is that
yeah,
stain?
You'd have to oil them, I would assume. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they've got to be pretty sealed.
I don't know. But
Do
like,
you guys have this kind of like?
I mean, if you saw the cutting board yesterday, I have to keep up with that a decent amount, and I don't keep up with it often enough as I should. You know what I mean? Let alone if the entire countertop was like that. So, I don't know. I'm curious. If anybody has this, let me know. Also, at some point at work, I'm going to replace the cabinets, and I love the look of this cabinetry here with the black handles and the white. I think it looks really nice. My problem is when it comes to stuff like that, I can never decide because I'm like, I like the look of so many things that I'm like, I can never decide. Jess, you're going the wrong way. You gotta. It's so easy to get. There's so many rooms here. You just get so turned around. But anyway, onward. You got to look at the little arrows on the ground.
Oh. Okay. Do any of you guys have these like type of? I don't even know if ours is from IKEA, but this type of unit
With the squares and yeah.
Yeah, the cube boxes, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have those in Felicity's closet, and they work great for what we use them for. But they have doors. You just like attach. So that's pretty cool. They have in one you can put two.
Oh
drawers.
my gosh!
I'm like, oh.
Well, even in her room, if you remember on the site, she's got one that has like two boxes that we just have like big buckets.
Oh, here's some neutral.
Oh, did you drop one? Oh, they got. Oh my.
So they've got more
goodness
like
gracious.
neutral options too, drawers,
This
and then
is-
even this, like that's attached. That's so cool.
That is brilliant. It makes them so much more useful because otherwise, they were just like big bins.
Yeah.
Just all these big bins.
Look at, yeah, they got all kinds
Like
of
in London, big
Look at
bins.
this. Mirror.
On the wall. This is
Oh, look,
amazing.
you can wine bottle.
Yeah, something like that to put bottles in. That's so brilliant.
You want the ABC cookies?
Oh, and they've got like a glass one here. And look, you can put there's a shelf in the middle. I don't know if you can see
You
that.
done with them? Do you want some water?
So smart.
Okay, for our workspace slash, I was gonna say fixer upper, but Tyler's trying to fix it up with the idea that eventually we will either rent it or sell it. This is one of the things he's been looking for is a new light for like over the kitchen island area.
So when we moved in, for whatever reason, the one that's there just hasn't worked since we moved in. I'm hoping it's just that because I replaced bulbs and that didn't work. So I'm like, hopefully it's not a bigger wiring issue. Either way, I got to replace the actual thing itself because we didn't like the way it looked. This would sort of match because I replaced all of the fans with matte black, and we have a matte black thing like in the dining room, and this would kind of work with that really well. Mm-hmm. Metal or something, yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah, I think that would kind of be perfect for that area.
Yeah.
If we end up buying it, I'll try and replace it later in Vlogmas. Sneak peek.
Okay. So we have, it's a long story. You guys know we have lots of coffee mugs. But we have like these ones that that can just go in the dishwasher that we use every night for our like magnesium calm drink or for tea, whatever. But we got them a couple years ago at Target. They're super stained. They're looking a little rough. Anyway, so I told Tyler, I said, gosh, if we ever replace those, these are so pretty. I just love them. They'd be machine washable, easy. I'm like, okay, let's see if they're kind of expensive. No. A 5-pack is $3. I'm like, yeah, maybe we upgrade.
I'm losing money.
I think I'm losing money, yeah. So we'll see. I got to take a picture of where they actually are. And for those with a fast eye, you will realize we are idiots, and that is the amount for these hooks. The mug itself for one is $10. Never mind. So stupid. Of course they weren't $3 for 5. What? That would have been too good of a deal.
All right, it is 1:30 and we are all pretty hungry, so we are gonna eat, hopefully, some meatballs.
All right, we've got some food. We got some mac and cheese for the kids.
All right, I got a salad here, and then it came with the dressing, and I got the plant-based balls, which I've never done before, so I thought that might be something interesting to try. The girls got some mac and cheese to share, and then just you got an order of the...
Yes, but this little one, Felicity, is eating mine. So
Yeah, get a steal some of that, yeah.
It ends up working out.
Also, they were out of forks, and so I'm going to try and figure out how to eat my salad with a spoon. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Things you would hear a parent say, just in general in life. Tyler just said, and I quote, "Girls, frustrated. Girls, be more careful.
I got it.
You just got Play-Doh in my coffee." And then he proceeds to fish it out of the coffee. And then you just keep drinking, of course.
Okay, I'm not going to not drink it. Also, I'm not going to lie, I might like the plant-based ones better than the regular ones. They're all good, but they're really good. Also, I'm foisting this salad down my throat with this spoon. It's working. We have even other ones here too. You can like make little popsicles out of these. But I was just saying,
look at these.
My mom had some of these when I was a kid. Like, I don't remember, they were like, I don't know, I don't remember what brand, but they looked exactly like they even had like little things there. And she would freeze little popsicles for us, and
That's so cute.
Cool. I don't know if you can see there. Oh, it's kind of in the...
There's the Play-Doh. Well, you've done it. You've ingested Play-Doh. We already talked about the only reason we're actually here.
Yeah, the whole reason we're here.
Your Cocomelon. We are at that point in the shopping trip. Any parents out there know? When you're like, we have been here too long. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So we have these glasses we really like that I bought on Amazon a few years ago. But Tyler, he's like, they're not big enough.
Yeah.
Like when you're getting a glass of water, milk, whatever, it's just, and it's not. It is pretty.
Yeah. So there's two issues I have with them. One.
That looks like something my parents had.
Oh yeah.
It's fun.
I have two issues with them. One, I can't dunk a cookie in them. They're too thin around. Not okay. And then my second thing is that they're so small that even if I have a glass of water with dinner, I know halfway through dinner I have to go get more water. So, woe is me. So I'm like, we need bigger,
very small problems.
Bigger glasses. And IKEA, I just like because they're inexpensive, but they also usually keep the same designs for a long time. So if we break some, which inevitably happens, we can always try and find the same ones. Look at those over there.
These.
Okay, so you said we used to have these,
ounces.
but
these are absolutely what we had when we first got married.
They got really cloudy though over time in the dishwasher.
We did all the tricks and they were toast. Anyway, point is, these are 14 ounces and I feel like that was a good size.
These are the ones we're looking at. These are 15 ounces, so they're a little bigger than that. But I feel like the ones we have now...
I wish you guys could feel like they're like...
I think the ones we have now, genuinely, they must be like 8 ounces. They're very small.
Yeah, maybe 10. Maybe 10. But they're so pretty.
But these are so simple. I like just simple, easy peasy. That might be the move.
Well, we've entered the part. Oh, I put my sleeve right in it. Knew I would do that. We've entered the time of the night where it's like almost 5 o'clock. Felicity did not nap because by the time we got back, it was like 3:15, and we're like, if we lay her down for a 2-hour nap now, she is not going to go to bed at bedtime, and tomorrow we're all going to we'll be up earlier. So long story short, we made the call, but that means we are dealing with a pretty unhappy toddler. So trying to get a couple things cleaned. Our stovetop, I kept telling you, don't look at it, it's so dirty. It has needed to be cleaned. So I'm working on that. Trying to finish up the last bit of laundry we didn't finish yesterday. And then just trying to clean up. I got now it looks messy again. But I got most of the island cleaned up, which is always nice. That's where, of course, everything accumulates. And really what's on there now is our new IKEA glasses, which I need to do the dishes to be able to put those in the dishwasher to clean. And the range things for this, you know what I mean? Anyways, but that is what I'm up to now. It's got all the dried on nasty pancake stuff from this morning. You know the drill. But I will say we were going a while without a proper degreaser. What do you guys use to kind of get dried on, caked on grease off of things? So we used to have this, and we hadn't bought it in a while. It's the Method heavy duty degreaser, and it does a great job. You just let it sit for a few minutes and it does a really good job. So like I said, we hadn't bought it in a while, but it takes us forever to go through this because we pretty much only use it on the like range here, just because that's where we generally need it. And then sometimes where like a bunch of grease will get here, because I feel like we've made some really messy things the past couple days, like with lots of oil and grease splatter. Anyway, and then for dinner tonight, I think we're gonna do chicken. I need to talk to Tyler what he feels like, because neither of them sound like great. They both sound good, but not great, so I could go either way, I guess, my point. We're either going to do our square meal of chicken, sweet potatoes, and broccoli, or we'll do like our sausage bowl thing we make all the time. So some of you guys that have been watching a while are like, yeah, we know. All right, so I am prepping dinner. I've got sweet potatoes ready to go. I'm just going to do olive oil, salt, pepper. I'm going to do half. We got this big bag of broccoli at Costco because it was like the best deal in town. So I'm going to do half of this bag, roast both of them in the oven, and then cook chicken. That's what I decided to do. Tyler's been editing Vlogmas. That's the other side of this that you don't see, is that within our day, we're also editing the day before's Vlogmas to get it live. So there's like always that piece of work even on the weekend, which makes this tricky. But we do it because it is so much fun. We genuinely do love doing this. So I hope you're enjoying it already here on day 2. So we're actually really late getting day 1, yesterday's vlog, which you saw yesterday, you know what I'm saying. We're really late getting it live just because we were out so much of the day, which I guess was really poor planning on our part, but nonetheless. So that's about to go live, which is what he's working on now. And we're both like tag teaming baths right now and trying to get everything. This is the storm of the night when it's bath time, it is dinner time, like it's all in one, and also just trying to get the house some semblance of clean. And it's every night. Also, I posted to my Instagram story a picture of my outfit today, which is my plaid skirt I've shown, and then I had some boots that really didn't go well with the outfit, but that was part of the issue. But they're old boots that I haven't worn in a while, and I was like, I should wear them, see, I don't know. Anyway, my point is, I posted a picture of me at IKEA, and I was like, the sentiment behind the post was, when you think you've got a cute outfit on, you're like, okay. And then you're humbled by looking in the mirror at a store, and you're like, I look dumb. Anyway, that's how I felt today. This sweater is absolutely wearing me. I love the sweater itself, but I needed to pair it with some other stuff. But really what I need to do is get into comfier clothes. I don't even know why I'm still wearing my like full-blown outfit. But yeah, that's where we're at now. I've realized when that felt like a lot. When I am doing like olive oil, salt, pepper on veggies or potatoes or whatever, that when I try to just mix it in the pan, because I'm trying not to dirty up a bowl, it never quite distributes everything the way that doing it in a bowl does. And all we do, I'm sure many of you guys do it the same, is now that I've got the oil, salt, and pepper, we just do this. And you do it for like, 10 seconds. And somehow magically it distributes the oil and the salt and pepper so perfectly if you don't have them flying at you. And then I'm just going to use the same bowl for the broccoli, so that I am only dirtying one bowl versus 2. Anyway, these are the things you need to know, I know. And I think broccoli is the one that's the hardest to distribute it properly, because there's so many nooks and crannies in said olive oil, in said broccoli. So this I feel like definitely does better, but there's no perfect system for that. It's tricky stuff.
All right, so I'm starting a fire. We've been doing fires like 3 or 4 times a week, which is awesome. This time of year when it's so cold, I love having a fire. But I was thinking about it. I don't know. Yesterday I talked about how I had to come and bring some firewood in. And I was like, I love having a real wood-burning fireplace. It's not a very big one, but it's nice. But I hate so much buying firewood. It is one of the worst. It's like when I grew up, I mean, you obviously know, I had like 2.5 acres, give or take.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly wooded when I was growing up. And so most of our firewood, I think all of our firewood, came from where we lived. So we'd go and chop it up and all that. Buying firewood is like the worst.
Well, because you either get ripped off by buying like a little bit of it at like a gas station,
Right.
which if you need it, you need it. But
Yeah.
or you have to like find a guy, like you got to know a guy, and
And
then
a lot of times I feel like the firewood you get isn't very good firewood, and so you got to find the right guy who's going to give you the well seasoned
guy or girl, guys. We're not trying to.
Finally,
Yeah.
I finally found one, and I buy 2 ricks at a time because I'm like, I hate doing it. But we also have our bonfire we use like outside in the summer and fall and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all. But I've been loving doing fires.
I would listen. I, as the recipient,
It's-
I also love it. So
yeah.
thank you. It really is nice. I like opening our door. Like I'll let Pinocchio out, and I'm like, you can smell the fireplace better from outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is the best. And I am gonna crack open one of these bad boys. I always see these at the store, but they're in like Costco places where it's like 15, and I'm like, well, I haven't tried it. I don't want to buy. So I finally found a 4-pack of the Poppy Cranberry Fizz. I've had one. It's pretty good, I have to say. That is pretty good, I have to say. And Poppy, like, you have to go into it knowing that, it has that, like, Poppy flavor that it's, like, it's not quite right, but it's a prebiotic soda. And of the flavors I've tried, this is definitely one of the better ones. Nom. Ooh, I am, like, chilled to the bone today. You know when you get that, like, kind of cold?
Yeah. We, I brought the firewood in, like I said earlier. You guys saw me try to light the fire. It did not take off.
No fire.
Because the wood was all wet. And I thought it had been sitting here for a day. So I thought, that's probably good enough to light. But man, I tried my darndest and it would not take off. It must still be too damp.
Too damp.
What are you going to do?
Get it? So we just watched the Seinfeld episode because we've been watching through it in order. Mm-hmm. We just started season 5 and watched the pirate shirt episode.
So good.
Very funny. I'd never seen, like, other than, like, random bits. I know I've talked about this in other vlogs, but never seen Seinfeld all the way through.
Yeah.
And I am so thoroughly enjoying
This is my 3rd time watching it through. But it's funny because the first 2 times I kind of had it on in the background. Like, it was like my show that, like, when I'd be cooking dinner or whatever, I'd kind of have it on. Yeah. This is the first time I've actually sat and watched it. And it's awesome. We watched all of Curb Your Enthusiasm this year. And that's what provoked us to go back and restart this. But, oh, man, I think we literally... I'm like, okay, we get through Seinfeld.
Maybe
and then we restart
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I know. I loved that show. I did not expect to like that show as much as I did. And I was so sad when we were done with it.
So, okay, I used to have this job. And I worked there for like 2 years. Is at a big Fortune 500 company. I worked in their accounting department or whatever. Their order entry, accounting, invoicing department, whatever. Mm-hmm. And my job was in a cubicle. And I sat there at my computer for 8 hours a day. And my boss was like, if you guys want to watch TV or whatever while you're doing it, you're more than welcome to. So I used to watch like 8 hours of TV every day and then go home and watch more TV. But the first time I ever watched it,
TV.
I do love TV. I was 22, 23 when I worked there, something like that. And that's when I first watched Curb. And I thought it was pretty funny. Now, as a grouchy old man...
I was like, where are you going with this?
It is so much funnier than what I thought it was as a 20-year-old. I'm like,
well, me,
I did not appreciate...
also a grouchy old man, think it's funny.
It's so good. Oh, man. It's all the stuff that we always say. I literally just today, something happened. I don't even know what it was. And I'm like, I just wanted to say, you can't leave your house. If you want to know what Curb Your Enthusiasm is in a nutshell, it's one line. It's
that line.
Because everything is just every... You can't leave your house.
That's it.
That's all. Okay.
Anyway.
So I was going to do a little demonstration here. These are the glasses that we've had.
Which I love these. I got them on Amazon a couple years ago. I love the design. They're like ribbed. Look at that.
There.
Yeah. You're welcome.
But no cookie capacity. It's hard to tell in a video.
That's really what this was about, wasn't it?
I said it was
about Dunkin' Cookies.
It was about Dunkin' Cookies, and it was about the fact that, I mean, the ounces. I mean, okay, it doesn't seem very
like
small.
11, 10.
But it's weird
9.
because on the bottom, it like goes in there. So I'm like, it really, for whatever reason, like, I can chug that whole thing in like 2 chugs, and it's done.
No, I agree. I mean, it's like
so
a
this
joke.
Doesn't seem all that much larger. See, didn't I promise you guys riveting content? This doesn't seem that much larger, but it holds so many more ounces, I'm telling you.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. The diameter. I know what you wanted to say.
The diameter for dunking.
Dunkin' diameter.
Dunkin' diameter. Anyway.
Yeah, you are a big fan of the cookie.
I mean, I can stick my whole fist in there with my cookie. Just slosh.
But why would one do that?
You don't know my cookie method.
I will say Tyler just made these brownie crinkle cookies. They're from this cookbook called Cookie Love. It's up on Amazon. We can link it below. It was like a neighbor friend of mine who, like, she would always, we kind of trade Christmas cookies, and she would always give them, and every single cookie she would make were so good. And I'm like, can I have this recipe? Can I have this one? You know what I mean? You feel bad, but I'm like, I want all of them. So like year after year, I would ask for another one. Finally, she was like, it's from this cookbook. And I'm like, and so I literally bought it sight unseen. So you made, what were they called? The kind of cookies? Brownie crinkle?
Something like that, yeah. And I made them in 2 batches because I made the batter or the dough. And
it was more of a batter. They were like brownie.
It was like literally like it was so weird because they were like in the ribbon stage, and then I put them in the fridge, and then all the dough kind of hardened up. It was really interesting.
What is ribbon stage? Like where it like
where it like forms ribbons on top of the. And so I was trying to like it's unlike any dough that I've ever had before. And I baked them in 2 batches, one day and one the next, to see if like they got better the next day. I think they tasted better the next day.
Yeah, I agree.
But I also cooked them 1 minute less, and it made all the difference in the world.
All the difference.
They were so much better. But I made most of them on the first day, and I only had a little bit left. So I'm like, they all they were anyway. They weren't quite as good, but everything we've done from that cookbook is really good. But here's the problem: we have another.
Cookies.
Yes. We have another neighbor who's like, hey, we're doing another neighborhood cookie thing, like down the street, and like doing a cookie exchange. I'm like, great. And I'm like, but we are stuck in a 3 cookie rut. We make the same 3 cookies over and over again.
How many can you name of cookies that we make every year? Pause. If you've been watching a while, comment below the cookies you know we make every year. I'm so curious what people think. No cheating. Okay.
So all year round, chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
that's my go-to cookie.
That's an ordinary times cookie.
That is the goat. You cannot improve on a chocolate chip cookie. It is.
Well, once you found the recipe.
Once you found the recipe, it's the New York Times chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's the best one. It's so good.
It is.
You put the dough.
We've tried a lot of them.
It's the best one.
It's better than Ina Garten, and you guys know how much we love her.
And that's the only time that's ever been true. That is the only time that has ever been true.
Those were good too, though. But it's the New York Times one.
It is the best. You refrigerate the dough for 24 hours before you bake them. I'll see if I can link it below. I know sometimes you have to log in.
We usually can. Well, sometimes. Well, I don't know.
Anyway, that's the best one. That's the go-to. And I usually double the recipe. And if the problem is, I get them all in the balls, and then we freeze them like that, so then we can just get like 4 at a time. You bake those 4, and boom, you got freshly baked cookies. But then here's the problem. We eat fresh baked cookies for weeks on end.
We're like, it's so crazy. Like, I'm
so
going
good.
on all these runs, and why do I feel like crap? It's like,
so anyway,
we've been eating 4 cookies a night every night for 3 weeks.
So good. So anyway, so we can't do that. Anyway, so I'm like, so we make, ginger cookies, Thin Mints. You make the little, the spritz cookies.
Oh, that's a personal fave, yes. Almond spritz cookies.
Is that it? Did I say the Thin Mints?
Thin Mints, sometimes tagalongs, the homemade ones.
Yeah,
that's our
one in the same.
You know, we talk about that every year. Plus, they're so easy and cost effective. Like if you're wanting to make a bunch of cookies, those are them. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, so Thin Mints, tagalongs, the ginger molasses cookies. That's a childhood favorite of mine. Almond spritz cookies, and then we finally also found the perfect sugar cookie and sugar cookie icing recipe. And when I say the perfect, you guys,
it was good. Very, very good.
They're the only sugar cookies I've seen you eat, and you're like, I'm
either.
craving these, and you just kept eating them. I'm like, yeah. Anyway,
what's that?
We're gonna make you wait. We're gonna make you wait on that one because we're gonna make them. Anyway.
Anyway.
No, we'll link those.
So here's the problem. I told you all that to tell you this.
Sorry.
We're in a cookie rut. We make the same ones over and over again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to try out some new ones. We have a couple cookbooks. We have the Cookie Love one, but I also have a couple other ones that have some like really interesting different cookies in them. And so I'm like, I want to make them, but it's hard to make them and not just sit there and eat them all. I'm like, you want to, but you don't want to try out untested
recipes. You need like a cookie train. You just you make them, we keep a few, and then give them to the next person on the train. They take a few, they give it to like a meal train, but for cookies.
But you don't want to send out untested recipes, untested cookies to your neighbors. They're going to be like, what is this? I'm like, I know, they turned out terrible. Sorry, I was testing a new recipe. Like, you got to have, it's like I would make cakes and stuff all the time, but we don't need cakes lying around all the time.
That's it. Because someone's got to eat it, and it's
going
to be us.
I make a cake recipe for the first time for company, and then it's either good or it's not. And I'm like,
I guess
sorry, guys.
That's just life.
That's life, man.
Life's hard.
Anyway.
But yeah, so the brownie crinkle cookies, you like they taste like brownies. So they're sweet, but they're not wildly sweet. So you end up rolling them in powdered sugar, right? And then you kind of press them, or they cook and they look crinkly and cool. However, I will say I actually preferred them with very little powdered sugar because with it all, it was almost too much. So it's one of those, but I like the brownie taste. It's
pretty
definitely
good. Pretty good.
But peanut butter cookies, I'm a fan of. We never make those.
Yeah. I feel like
you do like the kiss in the middle, you know those? I
love peanut butter cookies, but I feel like more often than not, peanut butter cookies are so dry.
No, that's because all the kinds, I kept trying to make healthy ones, and guess what? The healthy ones suck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But no, I'm telling you, that's what it was. They were gluten-free ones I was trying to make for my mom. I don't know that those are necessarily healthy, but they were gluten-free. And then I made them again. And I have not made my real deal peanut butter cookies in probably a decade.
Really?
Because if we make them, those, I could sit and eat a whole bag. Like, I could just not stop. Anyway.
Ungodly amounts of
cookie
peanut
talk.
butter.
What is your favorite, like, what is the cookie that you make every year? Whether it's Christmas, year-round, whatever. And if you have the recipe, can you link in a comment?
Yeah, you can link in the comments.
Link in a comment. We're going to have, like, this amazing pool of, like, so many recipes for all of us. So let us know because we're wanting to try something new. Yeah. We're running out of time to test out a recipe and then also make it for the cookie exchange.
I suppose I could have some recipes, but I know I don't feel comfortable with that.
Do like half.
Yeah. Half.
Honestly, though, we probably should when we're testing it out.
Yeah, probably.
We're bringing that up because we finally finished the brownie crinkle ones tonight.
Yep.
They were definitely getting a little stale. I'm like, they
were good though. Dunked in milk.
I was gonna say, I actually think they probably would have been better. I should have done that.
Anyway, so I told you all that to tell you this. So we're gonna do a workout challenge. That's
yes. Can I tell how this idea started?
You may.
Well, first of all, a couple of years ago, we did a challenge where it was like during Vlogmas, every day of December, we were going to work out. And I think in the end, we adjusted and we said, okay, 6 days a week or somewhere in there, like pick a day to be off. And the workout didn't have to be something crazy. It could be a walk. It could be, whatever it is you could fit in.
And people got really into it. It was so cool.
A lot of you guys got really into it, and it was kind of cool to keep each other accountable because we all know this time of year, I want to be able to enjoy food. And I'm going to enjoy food regardless of what I'm doing. But it's just kind of nice because you do. Like for me, if I'm eating cookies every single night, I do start to just feel crummy. You know what I mean? You're
Disagree.
Like,
no, I know what you mean though. But I feel like we've tried to start it the last couple of years and we haven't followed through because, I mean, think about the last couple of years we've had like truly babies and like, I mean, it's been you're pregnant. Like it's too hard. This year, I'm feeling really good. I think we can actually do it again this year, like we did, I think, 3 years ago. Gosh, that was 3 years ago. And so, I don't remember what we said. Like, it was like a 30-minute workout, whatever you want.
Yeah, I think the minimum was 30 minutes. So it feels legit, whether it's a walk or not. Maybe we did 20. Because I think we were like trying to give ourselves grace. So let's say, okay, the rules are, we're starting on day 2, okay, but whatever. Yep. Well, actually, we'll be starting on day 3 because we didn't do it today.
Well, and also mine's going to be a little bit different because what I was going to say is, okay, from like March through October of this year, I worked out 5 days a week without fail. It was so awesome. I was feeling so good. And then we went to, I think, Disney in October. And then we got home and I had some sort of flu. It was the weirdest thing. Where,
it was a weird
all my
illness.
Like my skin was sensitive. Like it was this weird like.
You even went to our doctor and he was like, I
have
don't know.
No idea.
He ran tests. He was like,
They did blood tests. They did, and I'm like, literally, like my entire body just felt like sensitive. Like it was like rubbed raw. It was so weird. And anyway, that just weird.
He's better now.
Better now. But that set me back for a couple weeks, and then there was like I was trying to finish up the Egypt videos, and so I'm like, because I had this really great thing where I was getting up, I was dropping the girls off, and then I was going right to
what they want.
going right to the gym. But I was like, I need all the work time I can get to try and finish these up.
Yeah. Anyway,
so my goal is to try and get back to that. So I'm only planning on working out like 5 days a week, maybe a 6th day, but like that's my goal is 5 days a week. Okay.
Maybe that should be my goal too, because I'm just thinking, I know what our weekends are like with the kids.
Yeah.
Like, I know what that looks like. And so I'm like, maybe I should, I don't want to start myself off with too high, but also I'm like, you can do it though, girl. You can do it.
So, okay, let's do that. So 6 days a week, 20 minutes.
That's true, because then on the 6th day, we could just go on a 20-minute walk together with the kids and the dog.
Okay, okay.
All right, 6 days a week, minimum. I'm so sorry. You guys had to watch us painfully work through that.
That's the process.
6 days a week, 20 minutes minimum.
Yeah. See if you can keep up.
See if you can keep up. I guess it's starting on day 3 or day 2 when you're watching this. Whatever.
I guess for us
But even
tomorrow's going to be
still, I
Monday.
mean,
For
that's-
you, it'll be Tuesday. But
That's huge. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a
Yeah.
really solid
Yeah.
pattern to
That's
start
right.
for all of us. Anyway.
By the way, I've been doing the Center is what they call it. The Center app, CENTR.
Mm-hmm.
It's Chris Hemsworth's app. I freaking love it.
You have not
I
shut up
won't
about
shut up
the
about
Center
it.
app.
This is not
I have
sponsored.
clicked around. It is cool.
I don't do. I mean,
You pay for it. I mean, you pay for
yeah,
it.
it's a paid app, but it is the coolest workout app I have ever found because it's got all these different programs. So whether you're trying to bulk up, which is I'm back in bulking season. It's bulking season again.
Well, then those cookies are going to be perfect for you.
I know. There's this video we found a long time ago, and there's this guy. He's like, "Wait, is it bulking season? Is it bulking season? Bulking season." Anyway, but now that's what I'm talking about. Shut up. I'm trying to explain what I'm talking about.
I'm just taking it all in, babe.
Anyway, so I just started a new program. It's bulking season. So again, Hugh Jackman and we're just gonna both just be totally jacked.
We'll call you Tyler Jackman.
Tyler Jackman. Yeah,
Tyler
that
the
was the
Toolman
goal
Jackman.
when we did
Tyler the Jackman Braun. I'm trying to say Tim the Toolman.
Yeah, I got
Taylor,
you. I know.
but forget it. Go ahead.
Okay, we need to stop. Anyway, check out the Center app. It's got all these workout plans. It's got all these different programs you can do, but it also has all this recipes and it breaks down literally. So it's here's your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It makes it so easy to kind of follow along. And I do the breakfast and lunch pretty consistently, especially the breakfast, and then we usually
Well, a lot of times they'll have smoothie recipes on there, and that's how we got into dates.
Yep.
In smoothies. I did not before this. I did not like dates. I actively did not really like them.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of them now. I just made a goat cheese date bacon thing for Thanksgiving. Anyway.
Yeah. But
dates.
I was talking to my brother about it. He works out a lot, and he and I were talking about. I've only been I did it. I was so consistent for 6 months, and within 6 weeks of taking off, he's like, I feel like I've lost all my gains, and he is like, "Yep." He's like, "That's just the way it goes." He's like, "Yep, that's just
awful.
I know." So anyway,
Sound. Let me rephrase
that. Literally is
sounds
him
awful.
texting me. What?
Whoa,
How weird!
It is. And there's
Weird.
my face on your phone too.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Ears were burning. Anyway, so I'm really excited to start working out again tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too. Thinking a run, something like that. I went on a run on Friday, which I think was the day before we started filming Vlogmas, and I was in it was remember it was middle of the day or towards the end of the day, and I was like, I am just in a funk. I was like, I'm gonna go work out. Will you watch the kids all?
Yeah.
And it instantly transformed my mood. I'm like, it really is crazy how much that can make a difference. So anyway, okay, wow. We've been talking for over 15 minutes.
My
now.
goodness. Okay.
Sorry, guys. That's all. No more. Don't think of any more topics of conversation.
We should start a podcast. We could just continue on talking for hours.
Oh, wait. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we actually are filming a podcast tomorrow. The Disneyville podcast. We're
you'll
going
hear
to film it
soon.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it should go live next Monday. But
Yep. But anyway, we love you
guys
all.
enjoyed
Thanks
this?
for watching day 2. Stay tuned for day 3 tomorrow. We have a lot. Oh, Pinocchio, you got a vet appointment tomorrow, mister.
Oh, boy.
He's like, oh, no.
He sits there and he goes,
Come here.
and he shakes.
Come here. Yeah, he's such a scaredy cat.
He's a chicken in a dog
And all they
suit.
do is the nail Dremel. He's such a little baby. Yeah, bud. And then mommy gives you treats afterwards. It's the best day ever.
Are you a chicken?
You get to go on a car ride. He's
You
like,
just-
what are you saying at me? Anyway. Oh, what I was going to say is we've got a lot of exciting things coming
We do.
this week. So much. So I'm very
We have
excited as
some
the
friends coming
days
into
go on.
town at the end of the week. They are considering moving to Indiana, and so we decided they're coming in for a week, and we're going to kind of show them around. I'm very excited about that.
That'd be cool.
We've got so many Christmas activities planned this year. So many fun-tivities.
So many
It's
fun-tivities.
gonna be a good Vlogmas.
It is.
All right.
We're glad you're here.
See you
Love you
tomorrow.
guys. Bye.